Avenir and HFCL, OEM manufacturing company. So I got relieved now January month. I'm immediate joiner.
Okay, understood. Okay. So I'd like to understand, as you said that you're currently working as an RPO, and I could see that in your overall career experience, mostly you have worked as an RPO consultant. So I'd like to understand for your next career growth, what kind of roles and responsibilities you are looking for.
Same similar type of sourcing and RPO recruitment, talent acquisition, corporate recruitment.
Okay, okay, okay. So I would like to understand what do you know about NZ? Are you aware what exactly NZ does, and are you aware about your roles and responsibilities which are coming ahead with the interview process?
Yes, yes. It's a talent acquisition role. It's 2010 this company started and 15 years old, Bangalore based, HSR layout.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any idea on what kind of roles we work on? What are the clients we?
Fintech, e-commerce, fintech.
Okay, understood. Got it. Okay. So as you mentioned that you have worked for different product companies, I'd like to understand what are the different kind of roles you have worked on in your overall career experience. If you can give me an insight of the all the tech roles you have worked on for.
So technical roles, both IT and non-IT, manufacturing and engineering and embedded. In IT
Mhm.
side, Java testing, Python full stack, React, Angular, front and back end, iOS, Android, Linux. Uh,
Mhm.
non-IT sales, marketing, BDE, pre-sales, inside sales, finance, CA, chartered accountant like that. And
Okay,
embedded systems also, networking, embedded telecom.
understood. Got it. And what are the different job portals you have been using for this?
Naukri, LinkedIn, Shine, Monster, Apna Jobs, Indeed, Career Builder, Dice.
Okay. So as you mentioned that you have used Naukri, so I'd like to understand when we use Naukri, what are the different filters we can use in Naukri to get the relevant set of profile based on the client's requirement?
Ex- exclude keyword, exclude companies, and include Boolean search
Mhm.
and experience, salary, location.
Okay. Let's say that June. Let's say that we are targeting from a particular set of companies. So, do we have such filters in Naukri to use and segregate the profile based on the company?
Industry select, particular telecom industry, manufacturing, finance industry, e-commerce industry. Yeah.
Okay. So as you said that you're aware like what NZ Global mostly they hire for e-commerce fintech companies. So can you sir give me few examples of what are e-commerce companies?
Flipkart, Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
eBay, PayPal.
Okay, okay. So you have mostly highlighted, mentioned that you have worked for AI ML data science role. So I'd like to understand when we work for a AI ML role, what are the basic skill set, technical skill set we look for in a candidate's profile?
Python,
Mm-hmm.
LLM, computer vision,
Okay.
frameworks, Python, PySpark, Django, and
Sorry.
R language, machine language, ML, NLP, neutral language program.
Okay. So when we talk about a full stack developer, so how do we differentiate a full stack developer profiles from a backend developer profile?
Full stack combination of front end and back end
Mm-hmm.
includes Angular, React, JavaScript, Bootstrap, TypeScript, and back
Mm-hmm.
end either Java, PHP, C Sharp, SQL, Oracle.
Okay, understand. Got it. I'd like to also understand of when you mentioned that when we use any of the filters and Boolean search, okay. Definitely we after using all the required filters, we get few n number of profiles in Naukri, right? So what are our screening criteria? Like how do you shortlist the profile from you and before sharing it to the client? So I'd like to understand the screening criteria from your end before sharing it to the client.
Yeah. So I'm hiring for a product customer. So I'll be looking for other product companies like Cisco, Nokia, Qualcomm, Samsung, Intel, Nvidia, like that. So that's the one criteria.
Mm-hmm. Apart from that, apart from these companies, how do you shortlist the profile? Because you'll be getting 100 profiles, right? It's not that 100
Location.
profiles.
top colleges, top B schools,
Mm-hmm.
and higher package.
Okay. Understood. Got it. Okay. As you have mentioned, you also coordinate with the panels, HR team, and business stakeholders. So can you just help me understand in your last organization, what exactly was your roles and responsibilities? I understand you're working as an RPO consultant. So as an RPO consultants, what was your daily day-to-day task?
So interacting with the stakeholder and talent acquisition partners and HR business partners and getting the requisitions, scheduling the interviews, sourcing the resumes, following up with offered candidates.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So you were working from the client location?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. In your last company, how was your performance being evaluated? Like, I would like to understand what was it was a target basic based job, or like any target that you have to achieve, or like it was the number of offer that has to be generated in a quarter or in 6 months or a year?
Target daily basis, quality resume, 5 resume submission, and a
Mhm.
monthly 8 offers, minimum 6 joiners.
Okay, okay. Six joiners in a month you're talking about, or in a quarter?
Monthly 6 joiners.
Monthly six joiners.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I talk about the last quarter, what was the number of joiners, or how was your performance? Like how many joiners have you given in? I think you left the company in January, right? Let's talk about November, December. What was the number of joiners?
15 joiners.
15 joiners into overall in 2 months you're talking about,
Yeah.
right? Okay, understood. Got it. Okay. So Arjun, now if I ask you to rate yourself in Boolean search, using Boolean search, out of five, how much will you rate?
Yeah, 5 out of 5. I'm very good in Boolean search, keyword search, headhunting,
Okay.
market mapping.
Understood. So I'll do one thing. I'll just share a JD with you. Okay. So what I want you to do is like just go through the JD. Make me understand what exactly the client is looking for. What you understand from that particular requirement. Just a moment. Okay. Okay, I have pinged it over the chat. So what I want you to do is like go through the JD, create a boolean for this particular requirement. You can just type it over the chat. I'll check from there.
Yeah, I shared.
Let me just check. Okay. Okay. So now, Arjun, let's say that for the particular requirement, we have a the year of experience the client is looking for is 3 to 5 years. Okay. And
Yeah.
the budget for this role is 30 to 35, 35 fixed, let's say. So, what is the maximum or what is the minimum and the maximum CTC range you will be keeping in Naukri to get the relevant set of profiles?
20 to 30 lakh.
20 to 30 lakh. Okay, understood. Okay. So Arjun, as you mentioned, like I would like to understand. For example, as a recruiter, definitely we come across some requirement where the pool is very less. We have a limited set of pools in the market. Okay, maybe in any of the tech roles I'm talking about. So in this particular situation, how would you? What would be your strategy to make sure that you are sharing the relevant set of profiles and you are building a healthy pipeline for that particular requirement for the client. So how what would be your strategy? I would like to understand that.
Yeah, if the salary is 35 lakh, at least the current should be 22, 23, 25. If current salary is 5 lakh, 6 lakh, then expected
No,
salary 35 lakh.
I don't think so. You got my question. This is another question. My question is like, as you know, in few requirement when we get from the client, the pool is very limited, right? The number of counts, the number of candidate in the market is very limited. So I like to understand in this particular situation, how do you strategize your sourcing to get the relevant set of profiles or and like to build a healthy pipeline for the for the client for that particular requirement.
Yeah, so posting the jobs in LinkedIn, not only active through Naukri, different job portals, hiris.com. So other job portals posting and getting the relevant resumes and responses from the candidate and keeping them engaged and making a good healthy pipeline.
Okay, understood. Got it. So as you mentioned that you also use LinkedIn for sourcing. So I like to understand how do you use LinkedIn as a sourcing portal. So can you just give me or explain me with an example? For example, let's say that, or let me just ask, if you're hiring for a backend developer Java role, so how do you use LinkedIn as a portal to source the relevant set of profiles?
LinkedIn, I usually create a project and add the candidates and send them emails. So, and based on that, I get the response from the candidate and create a MIS report from the LinkedIn. This
Okay.
one method. So another method, particular targeting the headhunting the company and connecting with them and sharing them the JD through LinkedIn.
Okay. 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 So when you okay, I would like to understand. Let's say that if a client requires us to do diversity hiring, okay. So what do you think? Naukri works better or LinkedIn works better?
Naukri. Naukri, we have option to select only male candidate, only female candidate. So
Uh-huh.
here Naukri is the best to post the jobs for diversity hiring.
Okay, understood. Got it. Okay. So for example, now let's say that as you said that you have research about the company, you have an idea like NZ Global work for different domain clients like fintech. So I like to understand also like highlight there. Mostly we work for startup companies. Okay. So what do you think when we work for startup companies and MNC's company, what could be the challenges? Like, what do you think, according to your overall experience, it would be more challenging to hire for a startup company or an MNC's company? Like, if yes, for any of these, sir, what are the challenges and what do you think? How can we overcome such challenges to make sure that we are creating a healthy or a strategic pipeline for that particular requirement?
So when we are working for a startup company, there will be less vendors and the competitions and duplicacies are very less. When we go and work for Infosys, Wipro, TCS, lot of vendors are working and lot of duplicate profiles and the result will take less high time and less number of candidates may be interested. So this is good to work for startup companies and product companies.
Okay. So what do you think like how does a startup hiring, or let's say how does a product hiring differs how from hiring for a service based company?
So product companies usually there is no client interviews, all technical panels from internal. They
Hmm.
see top colleges and a very good candidate in programming. But service companies, they have budget constraint. They will be not hiring from top colleges and product companies. They will see for lesser uh, budget candidate. So that's the difference.
Okay, understood. So Arun, as you mentioned that you also involved in stakeholder management. So I like to understand. For example, let's say that you are working for a particular requirement. Okay, so XYZ requirement. So but you see that there is multiple rejection from the hiring manager without any valid reason. Like you understood the requirement, you have shared the relevant set of profiles, what exactly the client is looking for, but again the HM rejects each and every profile. So in such a situation, how would you interact with the hiring manager? What would be your next step to make sure that the rejection ratio is reduced to x percentage?
So I share my screen and show the Naukri, the availability candidate and availability skill set. So based
Mhm.
on the hiring manager input, I get one or two quality resume and I follow the strategy and get other resumes relevant to
Okay.
reduce the rejection ratio.
Okay, so can you just repeat again? I missed somewhere, I guess.
So to reduce the rejection ratio, I sit with hiring manager and share my screen and share the Naukri and I source profile along with the hiring manager and one or two quality profiles I'll take and based on the hiring manager input, I'll follow the criteria and source the resumes, similar resumes.
Okay, understood. Got it. Okay. So I would like to understand, as you are working as an RPO, what are the different ATS you have been using for, and how do you keep track of your data?
So ATS tool I am good in Workday, SuccessFactors, Smart Recruiter, Talio, Zoho HR, CPAL HR. MIS report I usually create through Excel using VLOOKUP pivot table.
Okay, okay. So you are well versed with using the pivot table, like creating the pivot table and everything.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. So Arun, as you has like I'd say like you have overall 3 years of experience for your next career growth. I'd like to understand, as you mentioned that you're looking for similar set of roles, right? Also, I'd like to understand what kind of working culture you are looking for.
Any talent acquisition, recruitment role from consulting background, corporate background, product companies, I'm
Okay, that is
comfortable.
the roles and responsibilities you are looking for. Like I would like to, or the companies you are looking for. What are the working culture you are looking for?
A hybrid, work from home, remote, or from office, anything.
Okay, okay. For example, you are looking for hybrid, as you mentioned. Hello.
Yeah, hybrid, correct.
Okay. So you are not okay for 5 days work from office?
Yeah, work from office also fine, depends on the project.
Okay. Understand. Okay. So for example, you are working sourcing candidate for a very extremely niche requirement, right? Let's say that a very niche backend role, for example, Golang developer, where the pool is very low. So for this, how would you and you feel that Naukri is exhausted on this particular requirement. You don't find any relevant profiles on Naukri. So, how would you build another? What would be your sourcing strategy to build another next set of pipelines from another job board? So, what would be your strategy on that?
So in Naukri itself, last 6 month candidate, passive candidates, and taking their LinkedIn ID and connecting with them and sharing them the JD and the client details.
Okay.
And when we post jobs through Apna Jobs, highrise.com, particular Golang developer are less. So taking the 6 months valid data from Naukri and connecting with them through LinkedIn is the method I follow.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Okay. I think I'm done with my set of discussion. So